Over the past year or two, I've been developing a custom game on the game browser of Overwatch, called Hot Potato Tag. To put it simply, it's the playground tag that you used to play in primary school, now with dashing, jump pads, and teleporters littered all over the place. Oh, and the tag hurts you too, by the way. Programming and playtesting this game mode meticulously over the years, seeing people get good, and balancing the game accordingly, I feel like I've caught a glimpse into what it means to be a game developer. And in this video, I want to gather all this experience and explain the game design behind the stupid game idea that's now turned into what is essentially my first building blocks into game development. This, my friends, is the game design behind Hot Potato Tag. The game overall is pretty simple on paper. One player is set as the tagger, and as their health starts to deplete, they need to pass on the potato with a melee attack, with the ultimate goal of being the last player standing. Each map has its own jump pads and teleporters that help the player traverse around it much easier, and helps diminish the effects of high ground, especially when a lot of Overwatch's maps are designed as payload or deathmatch style maps. Each player is equipped with a double jump for extra height, a dash as an extra boost, and a fast fall to get to the ground much easier, and it's down to the players to try and get close to one another to pass on the potato as soon as possible. Looking at this, it's safe to say that the game mode is pretty simple in itself, right? But as I kept playtesting and having players optimize the game in ways that I've never seen before, the game mode began to show its many complexities, and it all lies in the mobility. In this custom game, I've essentially turned Overwatch into a souped-up mobility shooter, where the magic of the game mode lies in how players synergize and combine their movement abilities to create lots of options for themselves, for both evading the chaser and traversing the map. A double jump might just look like an innocent mid-air boost, but as soon as you combine it with a dash, it could be used as a traversal tool to get over long distances in the map. Or, with a high sensitivity, it could be used as an evading option to jump over the tagger and dash the other way. Don't forget the fast fall too. You can dash distances and then fall very suddenly, posing as a great evading tool and subverting the tagger's expectations along the way. These mobility options were intended to do exactly this: be the player's Swiss Army knife, meant to be combined and used in a variety of situations. The mobility of the player and the layouts of the maps both synergize together to give the players as much versatility as possible. But how does the player get nudged by the game to use all this stuff? All these mobility options are sort of pointless if the player can just camp out and wait the timer. So how does the game incentivize this gameplay? Well, it starts with how the potato behaves and how it's going to force players to use their mobility options. Firstly, the potato's damage is dependent on the number of alive players in the game. Good players who already know how to navigate and string their abilities together will have a much better advantage against the early potato, while players who don't will have to suffer large amounts of damage, forcing them into a situation where they need to use them in order to survive. Meanwhile, campy players will be the most likely people to have the highest health in the game, and to disincentivize this gameplay, the potato will latch onto this high health player, forcing everyone to stay light in their toes, as it could always be them who's next. Ultimately, all this is set up to force the player into using their mobility options, and punishes those who can't use them effectively, incentivizing good chasing and running rather than passive campy gameplay. With the crux of the gameplay out of the way, I wanted to share what it's like to develop this stupid custom game idea into what looks to be a fully fledged game. Developing the game mode over the years from when it was originally an elimination game mode has been such a wild ride. I'm really proud to have made like a really small community that keeps coming back to play the game. And throughout its development, I've met so many friends, and it's given me an insight to what it means to be a game designer, like how you think and stuff. It's really cool to see so many people enjoy your game mode, panic when they have the tag,
Oh, I'm fucked.
Anything like this before. This is so intense. Hector with the high health. Ento just trying to run away.
And GG during those intense 1v1s at the end. So hard right now. Passes it on to Waze. Oh my goodness gracious. Passes it on to Magnemeter. Magnemeter has the lower bit of health here. Passes it on to Waze on the landing. And Raider just wants to do something right now. He's on the high ground. And Waze needs to get him. And Magnum Raider. It really warms my heart to see those moments happen in the game. And it makes me want to be a better game designer in the future, you know.
Yes. You dog.
And we've reached the end of the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this video if you've gotten to this point. Just before the video ends, I really want to give a special thanks to JSCO and BXYZ for, helping me playtest during my console days, and to all the playtesters who've just seen me on the game browser just programming and deciding to randomly join. You guys are the best, and without your help, I couldn't have made this game mode so enjoyable and so tense. And to anyone who's seen this game on the game browser and just played it normally, thank you so much for playing. If you've heard my commentating, I hope it's been entertaining. Developing Hot Potato Tag has honestly been the coolest things that have ever happened to me while I've been playing Overwatch, and seeing so many people love it so much, it makes me want to keep programming it, and let's see what lies ahead in Overwatch 2. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next upload. Peace.